Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us on this journey to unconditional love. Love the journey, love the soul group that most definitely helping us back into our divine unions. And I do divine love healing, and I can connect to your souls and get you the messages that your souls want you to know to put you on your highest path. I see everything like a movie, and then I basically give you a write-up of everything I see. And it could be anything like past life blocks. It could be an analogy to say where your energies are at the moment. It could be cutting cords. It could be really anything that your souls want you to know to put you on your highest path. That's your soul and your twin soul. As well as that, I also do a divine love crystal grid. And when you, I give you pieces of rose quartz, and when you meditate and have the intent to send unconditional love onto the planet and to your twin, it grounds the energies of unconditional love. It's incredibly soothing. I do healing for every single person on the grid every single week, and anything that I'm guided to do for the grid goes to everyone on the grid. So it's all about bringing your physical, bringing your spiritual connection into your physical reality and becoming part of a soul group that are all helping each other back into our divine unions. And so today's message, and so I'm doing packages at the moment and a special. So the healing is £20 only. And if you want to order, you can basically, however many you order, you get an extra one free. So just to say thank you really to everyone that's coming, because I know that you can't, because, you know, healing is basically opening a doorway, right? And we're always on a journey of discovery. We're always on a journey of uncovering more and healing more, right? The journey never ends. We're always on it. A spiritual journey is to more and more and more, and raise our light more and more and more. So there is basically no kind of quick fix. It's a long-term thing. It's a forever thing, right? So if you want to come to me for healing, then please do. All details are in the link. So the message for today, it's actually my birthday today, and the message that I was getting yesterday, I have to say, really, really clearly again, I was like, okay, I get the message. Was in people's healings, it was all about fear. And then I went to post some crystals out to people, and there was a magazine with my twin's name on it. And it said about not living in fear. And it was actually his surname as well. So and it was in big, it was, you know, in big coloured writing. So I was like, okay, I get it. And then last night I went to a premiere of the film, The Promise. Now, interestingly, another person sent me a movie overnight as well about a twin flame couple. Both of these films are about twin flame couples. The Promise and Ali and Nino. I've put both of the trailers into the description box, and the reason being is because these films are all about basically genocide and wars over religion, wars over boundaries, countries that are suffering, people that can't, you know, that love, because love doesn't have any boundaries. Love doesn't recognize, you know, love is the only thing that cuts through fear, right? And so the fact, again, that this, you know, the timing of these could not be more perfect. So I was going to see this film tonight, last night. Somebody else sent me this other film overnight as well. Both films all about twin flames, all about, you know, about the boundaries that religion and, you know, society and all of this stuff put on people, which is just ridiculous. At the end of the day, we all have a beating heart. You know, we should be all living as one. So, which is why this is quite amazing, because the venue, the screening venue that I had to go to watch this film was opposite this. a dry cleaners called Twins, and it had the number 22. And I was like, are you joking? I mean, that is just, for a start, it's just so random having a dry cleaners called Twins. And the fact it was number 22. Obviously, 22 is the Star of David. It's the Star of Faith and Hope. It's also the sign of the beloved, right? The six-pointed star, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine union. So this was opposite the place that I went to see the film, The Promise. Now, the song that we've had quite a few times has been called The Promise by Tracy Chapman, right? Now, this is why that I need to read this out today, because there is a comment on here by somebody called Ralphie Boy. And Boy obviously has been a massive theme coming through. The other songs, people have sent me other songs overnight, and I've got 2 energy reads that have also been sent. One is by Yael Alchemy, the other one is by Divine Light Alchemy. I mean, there's no mirroring there, right? Both with alchemy in. The other thing is the songs are this song, The Promise by Tracy Chapman. There's another Tracy Chapman one, which is You Are the Only Thing I Have Is My Soul. And there's other songs that have a look in the description box, because I've just been sent them and I've put them through. Now, the message has all been about fear, cutting ties to fear. So that is my guidance for today, is to cut all ties to fear, right? For you and your divine partner. But it's also about embracing that, being courageous, because it's almost like you have to feel the fear and do it anyway, right? So it's not like fight the fear. It's feel the fear and do it anyway. Have the courage to do it, right? Have the courage to take the leap of faith. Because in the healings that I saw yesterday, there was a difference. There was either like contracts to be cut, or it was fearful of taking a step. And the fear comes from, but what if? But what if? And there's so much that I need to sort out. And how is this even going to happen, right? And the thing is that our job is not to work out the how. It's about to be fearless in taking a step, following your guidance, right? It's trusting your inner guidance and taking those steps. It's not about, well, how am I going to work out how to do this? It's like, if your intuition is saying to you, do this, you do it, right? That is taking the leap of faith, and you will be guided each step of the way. It's about letting go of your practical mind and letting in your intuitive mind, and letting that rule what you do in each step along the way. Because remember, your path is already laid out for you, right? It's already there. Now this, I'm going to say, the song is The Promise again, because we've had this, but this wants to come through again. And the comment is this, by Ralphie Boy. He says, oh my God, I've just clicked onto his logo and it's a rainbow. Okay, the key is never stop considering the possibilities. Life has a way of presenting unexpected surprises when and where you least expect. Stay open so that you can recognize it when it presents itself, and have the courage to pursue it. Now, the person who responds to him is called Soul Tiger. Again, Tiger, we had this, we go full circle, right? We had this about, I don't know how long ago. It was all about working your inner tigress, tigress. Work that courageous power within you. Work those energies of like strength, power. The other day, yesterday or 2 days ago, these things are so random. I saw a man dressed as a lion riding a motorbike. He was dressed in a big fluffy lion suit driving a motorbike. And I was like, okay, I've just reminded me, the lion has to get his courage. That's what the whole Wizard of the Oz thing. He didn't have courage, so he had to go and get it. Well, now I see a man on a motorbike driving a motorbike in a lion suit, okay? So the Soul Tiger's response to Ralphie Boy 25 is this. He says, stay open to. You speak with much experience and letting go powers. Much love sent your way. So, that's why I say it's about letting go. It's about letting your transformation begin. And part of your transformation is about listening to your intuition, switching off your kind of practical mind about, well, how am I going to do this? And, there's so much to do, and I'm so frightened of this, and what if this, and what if that, and what happens if, and yada, yada, yada. We could send ourselves crazy, right? But it's not about that. The courage part is actually following your intuition. The courage part is actually, being open to the greater force, being open to the universe to say, actually, I trust you. I actually trust you. I'm going to follow your guidance. Because actually all my mind is going to do is send me absolutely fucking crazy. So actually I'm going to switch it off and I'm going to listen to you. Okay? So, and that is when you can change into your butterfly and you can have your transformation. So in the healing that I did yesterday, again, another massive sign from the Divine Masculine. In this person's healing, they did change into butterflies, and it's happened a couple of times for them. But the Divine Masculine, he gave me a heart, which was a magnet, and it was a fridge magnet. He specifically said it's a fridge magnet. And in this particular healing for this lady, it was very much like a conversation I was having with her Divine Masculine, because she's come to me a number of times. So now it's like he's straight in there and he's just talking to me. And so he gave me the fridge magnet. Now, when I sent it to her, and he said to me, you see, the pull of the heart is getting too great. So, and he gave me the fridge magnet. Now, when I wrote to her and I said to her what had happened, she came back and she said, he has a real thing about fridge magnets. He actually collects them, and he has this real thing about fridge magnets. So she was like, I know that, again, that's a direct thing from his higher self, which is why the healings are so amazing, because there will always be something very specific that gives you a sign, right, to let you know that, yes, that is from your higher selves giving you that information. So the other thing that I want to say is that somebody said to me, I've been feeling really sad. So yesterday when I got this card, is actually from my dad. Now, I am estranged from my dad. He left my mum with a note on the kitchen table a few years ago. And because of the way he left, it was pretty horrendous. So I had to look after my mum, because obviously the shock of that was huge, as you can imagine. Now, the thing about this is that I have... So when he sent me... So I wasn't expecting a birthday card, but I got one. And it made me... as soon as I opened it and I saw it was him, it made me burst out into tears. And I have definitely made my peace, you know, internally I've made my peace with my dad completely, because I realised that he had to do what he had to do for him, right? Although I don't agree with the way he did it, I don't feel that sense of being abandoned and all that sort of stuff. I can set myself aside from that. But having said that, yesterday it all came up to the surface, because also, you know, it's my birthday today. Of course I am human after all, and all I want to get is a message from my twin, obviously, to say happy birthday. But of course, the likelihood, well, I'm never going to say never, right? It says expect the unexpected, but you know, he's away in the mountains. The likelihood that he's going to remember it's my birthday is like, you know, let's see. I'm not going to say no, but you know, we'll see. But that there is that thing, it's like birthdays, Christmas, right, Easter, things like this, like big events. It makes you realise, oh, that's another year. Oh, it's another year. Oh, it's another year. You know, and we're not getting any younger. So, of course, there is that, an element of that fear creeps back in, which is why yesterday the messages could not have been more perfect about cutting the fears. Because you're already together in the heart. They are already there with you. So you must not block your transformation. You must cut all the fears to let your transformation happen. All right, well, I hope that helps. And if you want to come to me for healing, all details are in the link. Okay, take care. Bye.